Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be going over higher time frame and lower time frame correlation. So if you're a person who struggles with going from the higher time frame to a lower time frame and get confused because there's a bunch of noise, you don't know where you are in the market, this video is for you guys. And this is coming from someone who struggled with this for the longest time. I'm going to keep it super simple, of course. So with that being said, let's get straight into this video. When I actually started my trading journey, this was probably my biggest struggle, guys. My biggest struggle. Every time I went on the 4 hour, the daily, whatever time frame, whatever higher time frame, then I dropped down to the lower time frame, I was so lost. I was like, how did I go from understanding what I was looking at to then going down to the lower time frame and seeing all this like price action, structure, candles, and being so confused? So my goal for today is to help you guys understand this if you are someone who struggles with this. So my first thing I need you guys to understand is a higher time frame candle versus a lower time frame candle. The first thing you guys need to know in order to go from like a higher time frame to a lower time frame is what is the difference, okay? So I'm going to explain this right now, and I really hope this makes sense. I'm not actually used to talking about this topic, so bear with me. My swing traders, the higher time frame is your dog. Like, I'm talking your bestie, your bro, your girl, whatever term you want to use. The reason why is because you need that higher time frame to confirm long-term direction, right? And this is for day traders as well. And then scalpers, yes, the higher time frame matters, but that lower time frame structure is your most important thing that you have to pay attention to. So let me explain what I'm talking about. For example, guys, this is a 4 hour candle, okay? This is what I want to, let's just say this is a bullish candle, okay? A bullish candle. This is a bullish candle, period, okay? On the 15-minute time frame or any type of lower time frame, but I'm going to be talking about the 15-minute specifically. The 15-minute time frame is going to be built up of this candle, but all it is 16 candles. It's about 16. So that being said, this strong bullish candle on the 4 hour time frame is just 16 candles on the 15-minute time frame, creating the structure of whatever the candle is, if that makes sense. So this is a bullish candle. That means the 16 candles on the 15-minute time frame, the 16-ish candles, is going to present bullish structure. And bullish structure is what, guys? Higher highs and higher lows, okay? So this is a high. I love these dots, guys. I love drawing these dots. This is a high, of course. Okay, this is another high. Ooh, this is beautiful. I'm sorry. I drew this really nice. And I know this is not 16 candles. I got a little lazy. So just imagine there's 16 candles here, okay? I hope you guys get the point. You have a bullish candle on the higher time frame, the 4 hour, even the daily. But we're going to think about the 4 hour because I use the 4 hour a lot. So I want to be more related to how I go about it because, again, this is my channel. But the 4 hour candle, okay? That is a bullish candle. That means on the lower time frame, what should you expect? You should expect bullish structure being created in about 16 candles, okay? You don't have to count them, but I'm just trying to give you guys the visual and like the numbers, okay? If this was a bearish candle, guys, let's just do that example. If it was a bearish candle, so let's just say we're here. Okay, this is instead a bearish candle and this is a 4 hour time frame. Sorry that line's not pretty. I'm kind of too lazy to fix that, but that's okay. I hope you guys that's not what's important right now, but that's okay. Okay, bearish, okay? And then this is the 4 hour. So 4 hour candle, okay? And then we have structure that's being created. I'm not going to draw the candles like this one, but basically, if this is a bearish candle, we can expect that on the lower time frame, there's going to be more candles because it's a lower time frame, and it's going to be about 16-ish candles, whatever you, I just want you guys to understand that there's going to be multiple candles on the lower time frame that should represent this candle. And if it's a bearish candle, we should expect it to be like this, okay? Something like this. Doesn't have to be exactly and perfect like this. because that's not what's going to happen. But it's going to be in bearish structure. So that's what? Higher, lower lows and lower highs. So we're looking at, you know, making sure highs are being respected to create a new low, okay? Lows are being broken, okay? So we're looking at here and we're looking here. And I feel like once I realized this and was like, okay, this is actually not, this actually doesn't have to be difficult, because I'm going to show you guys something. Bear with me. Bullish candle, 4-hour candle. Okay. We have one candle on the 4-hour. It's a bullish candle. We can expect on the lower time frame, it's going to present bullish structure somehow. Okay. On the, if it's a bearish candle, 4-hour candle. Okay. If we go down to the lower time frame, specifically the 15-minute time frame, we're going to expect bearish structure being presented. Lower lows and lower highs. Lows are being broken. Highs are being respected to create a lower high. Okay, that is what we expect. So I want to show you guys an example. Okay, for example, we are currently on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, we're on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, the same thing I just explained is what I'm going to show you. We have a 4-hour candle. We know as traders, the higher time frame is usually the strongest time frame, or stronger than the lower time frame, because it is more long term. Okay, it's a long-term outlook. And this is why it's so powerful for swing traders, and if price, you know, respects a higher time frame level or even breaks it. Okay, so I'm looking specifically at this candle. Okay, we're looking really not those other two, just this bullish candle with the long wick. When you see that, let's go basically here. Okay, this is a 4-hour candle. If you were to go onto the lower time frame, you are going to expect that bullish structure is going to be created, but it's going to be more candles to represent this candle. So remember how I had the animation? I had a 4-hour candle. It was a bullish candle. And then I had multiple candles showing bullish structure on the 15-minute time frame. It was about 16 candles, whatever, approximately. That is exactly how price is going to be doing. That's exactly what price is going to be doing. So if I drop down to the 15-minute time frame and then go back, I have to find myself. Okay, so we drop down to the 15-minute time frame. The wick that you saw on the 4-hour is literally this wick here. Okay, it wicked here. Okay, the wick that you saw on the 4-hour is literally this wick here. It is rejecting this area. It is failing to break this structure here. Okay, bullish structure is intact. Bulls are in control. That being said, we are going to expect that bullish structure is going to be created. So it wicked here, and then it started doing what, guys? Oh my gosh, bullish structure was being created. And that's it. Look at this, okay? Bullish structure being created. And that's just from the one 4-hour candle, okay? So I would say from so from about here to here, this is where it kind of ended off. And then there was the next candle on the 4-hour time frame, and whatever that candle is going to, you know, present that type of structure. And so let's go back to that time frame actually. Okay, so bullish structure is being created. Why? Okay, we're breaking highs. Okay, we're respecting lows. Respected here. Broke, created a higher low here. Broke, created a higher low here. Okay, and this was the kind of the end of the 4-hour candle. So I want to go and see what the next candle was. I just want to see. And now I'm going to show you guys the bearish example, and then I'm going to teach you another concept. Okay. So do you see how after this bullish candle, we see bearish candle being created here? Okay. So what are we going to expect on the 15-minute time frame, or even the 5-minute, whatever time frame you want to, you know, use? We're going to expect bearish structure being created with multiple candles. Okay, so we're going to say again, 16-ish candles. Okay, so if you're going on the 15-minute, if you're going on the 5 or even lower, you're going to see way more candles, but it's the same thing. Bearish structure will be created. Bullish structure will be created. Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure that I don't get the other candle, so it's really precise on the 15-minute. So let me just, I think that's okay. Let me get a little bit more precise. Okay, again, this is the 4-hour time frame, guys. Okay, 4-hour candle here. Let me, I'm trying to be so specific. Okay, I think that's fine. Okay, I'll slightly adjust it on the 15, but this is okay, bullish candle. Okay, then became a bearish candle. So let's see if bearish structure is being created. So let me go. And what do you guys see? What do you guys see? Bearish structure is being created. And there was I think there was about 2 bearish candles on the 4-hour. But you guys can see what is happening. Highs are being respected. Lows are being broken. Bearish structure was here. Okay? But overall structure is bullish. Why is overall structure bullish, guys? Because what is it on the 4-hour time frame? On the 4-hour time frame, it's bullish. So it's overall bullish, but in between, you guys can see that there's a bunch of structure on the lower time frame. And that is the difference between the higher time frame and the lower time frame. Higher time frame, you have a candle, okay? That candle is made up of multiple candles on the 15-minute representing that specific structure, bullish or bearish. There are only 2 things that candles can look: bullish and bearish. Okay, unless you have what's that one candle called? That is it doji? I don't know, but whatever that candle. Okay, if it's that kind of candle, maybe indecision, whatever. But my point is, if you can identify a 4-hour candle, just understand that the 15-minute is just going to represent that as structure. Okay. Now that you guys understand the difference between a 4-hour and a lower time frame candle, and actually why you see so much candles on the 15 and you're kind of like, what's happening? What's happening? I want to show you guys how you can go from the higher time frame to the lower time frame to derive some type of bias and not get kind of caught up in all the noise. And this is actually part of my strategy, and it's just about current price action. Okay, so what I want you guys to focus on the higher time frame are zones. Okay, focus on zones. When I say the word zones, I don't mean like 20 of them. Don't be putting 20 zones on your chart. If you ever send me a chart and I see more than 3 or 4 zones on your chart on the higher time frame, oh, I'm gonna get stressed. Again, I'm a little biased because, again, this is all about how I go about the market. So don't worry. Okay. So higher time frame, I want you guys to focus on your zones. Okay. And then the lower time frame. So when I say higher time frame, again, we're thinking about the 4-hour. Let me just write that down in case you guys, okay, 4-hour. Okay. The daily and the weekly. Okay. I don't usually use the daily and the weekly to draw stuff. That's because I'm technically a day trader / scalper. If you are someone who holds their trades long term, okay, that daily and the weekly will literally be your bestie, and you will be focusing on it way more than maybe this time frame or even the lower time frames. Okay, so with that being said, higher time frame, you want to focus on your zones. Okay, when I say this, guys, I basically just mean, okay, let's just say you just hopped on the chart and you notice the structure here. This is what I see so many people do, and it is okay to do, but you guys get caught up in everything all the way over here. And it's I love that, but if you're a scalper and if you are a quit trader, even a day trader, this does not matter. It only matters to just identify what is happening overall. Okay, so when I say what's happening overall, basically, okay, is this it? Okay, sorry guys, we're looking here. Okay, this is overall structure, and it's creating what? Bullish structure. Okay, that's beautiful. It's beautiful structure is being created. But what you guys want to focus on when it comes to the higher time frame to minimize noise is what is happening at current price. So let me actually go over here. Okay, so we've already identified overall structure on the 4-hour is bullish structure. We don't even care yet. Now that we acknowledge that, okay, bullish structure is being created, let's actually see if buys are valid. And the way you go about this is to identify if you are at a support, a resistance, or even a higher high or a higher low, if you want to look at it that way. Okay, so when I said current price, guys, I literally mean, look, this should probably be the most you're looking at on the higher time frame, on the 4-hour. if you are going based off of how I go about it. Again, this is my channel, so this is all about how I go about it. Some traders might be different. Some people might think I'm crazy. I don't know. But again, I think this is I think it makes it so easy when you do it like this. So 4-hour time frame, we are looking basically here. This is what you really need to focus on. The only way you are focusing down here is if price decides to, let's say, break maybe this level here. The reason why I say this is because what would this cause? Because we're creating bullish structure, right? Highs are breaking, lows are respecting. But if price starts breaking this previous low here and this strong level, this previous high in a bullish structure, and price starts breaking it down here, to me, it might be a continuation for a downtrend. So I just want to pay attention to that. But until price gets to here, I don't care. Okay, so let me just delete that so it's not as messy. But again, 4-hour time frame, just kind of focus in where you are. Okay, so the next step is identify where are you, higher high, higher low in a bullish market. Okay, we created this low. Okay, I'm just gonna mark it here. We created this higher low. Okay, and we are currently trying to come up to a previous high to maybe create a higher high to continue this trend that we established was what? Bullish structure, right? So if that being said, what would be the next level that price would potentially go to? I would mark that. Okay, we have highs here, we have highs here. Let's just put this here for now. But we are currently at a previous high. Okay, so I want to write that down. 4-hour at a previous high. Okay, so we're currently at a previous high. Okay, we're in bullish structure on the 4-hour time frame overall. Okay, because we're at a previous high, we want to see if price breaks that level to create a new higher high. So this 4-hour candle that we see here, what is it going to be? It's going to be a bunch of candles on the 15-minute representing that bullish candle, meaning it has to be bullish structure on the lower time frame. So if I was to drop down, okay, so we're at a previous high, aka resistance. I want to make that clear. This is technically still a resistance, but overall structure is buys on the higher time frame. Okay, if I was to drop down onto the 15, oh my god, I'm sorry, do you guys see this? Sorry. I get so excited. You guys know me. If you watch my videos, you know how excited I get. But like I said, I know this looks so confusing for some of you, but let's just refresh again. You guys can see this is what bullish structure here. I told you guys, focus on just here. Where are you at? We create a higher low. What's a higher low usually? A support. Okay, we broke. Okay, didn't take this high out. So what price do? The only option if price doesn't break highs is to sell down. It sell down, respected this level, and what is this? A higher low. Then we retraced up. Okay, now we're trying to attempt to break this level to continue this bullish pattern. So this level is what? A higher low. Okay, we're gonna go on the 15 again. I just don't want you guys to get lost, because trust me, this is easy stuff. No, I'm not gonna say this is easy stuff. I'm being a little let me not say that. It's not easy stuff, but as you practice, you're gonna understand this. Like, it took me a while to understand this, but I'm hoping this is helping you guys. Okay, anyways, this is the higher low that was on the 4-hour, and this is why I told you guys, if you focus on current price, on current structure on the 4-hour, and identify, are you at a higher high? Are you at a higher low in a bullish structure? Or are you at a lower high? Or are you at a lower low in a bearish structure? If you can identify those and then just go on to the 15-minute and just re-look at it, oh, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. Millionaires are in the making. I'm telling you, I'm not a millionaire, guys. Remember, I'm not a 6-figure trader. I'm not, guys, I'm still a student. Just don't. I am still growing as a trader, but teaching you guys is something I love to do. So this actually helps me kind of, put things into perspective as well. Like I thank you guys for, you know, wanting this video. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm getting off track. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, anyways, okay, this is a higher low, right? This was the same higher low that we drew on the 4-hour time frame. This was what? 4-hour higher low. Let's just that we drew. Okay, I just want to make sure everyone's on the same page, okay? And then the lower time frame, guys, this is the time frame where you focus on structure the most. And people might think that's crazy, but you already identified structure on the 4-hour. You identified what level you are at, higher high or higher low, okay? We're talking just bullish right now, okay? Overall, we saw bullish structure being created. If bullish structure wants to continue, guys, it needs to break this level, this previous high, because previous highs need to be broken in a bullish structure to create a new higher high. So if this level is not broken, guys, what might happen? Price might retrace down, and this is where you can get sell opportunities. So this is what I mean when yes, the overall structure on the 4-hour is bullish, guys, but you can counter trend trade or whatever. Did I say that right? You don't have to get into buys just because you see, oh, overall structure is buy. If you want to just go with the trend, then this is where you want to look at levels down here to get in at a higher low, because higher lows are supports levels in a bullish structure. I hope this is making sense. I'm trying to be really like teacher mode, like emphasis on things, because like you guys should don't get confused about it. Like, it doesn't have to be hard. Like, don't make it hard, please. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so we have this level here. Okay, 4-hour higher low. Okay, highs are being broken. We see that. Okay, so what most likely if price fails to break this level, guys, just based off of market structure, what is a level that price may test? Baby, price may test this, baby. Look at that. If price tests that, to the moon, to the moon, basically. But you know what I mean? Like, if we test this and we hold here, this is basically price creating a higher low. But if price, so this is, you could act, if you're a scalper, you could just wait for like some confirmation on the 5-minute. Okay, if price is respecting this level, okay, price breaks the previous low, okay, price is, you know, respecting highs. So when I say respecting highs, respecting that previous high here that we saw. Okay, let me enter in for a sell here. Okay, are these lows going to be broken? Okay, these lows are not being broken. Okay, maybe I might get in for a buy when price gets down here. But let's just kind of play this one out. Okay, so right here, next candle, baby. Woo, it's just it said F them lows, bro. It said, nah, I'm playing. Might be liquidity, I don't know. But okay. But anyways, guys, you can see bullish structure still being created. Okay. We can keep waiting. Okay, damn. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, let's just play it out a little bit. So, woo! Oh, guys, this is, Let's see. And ooh. This is okay. I want this to play out so I can explain everything. Okay. And guys, this is not gold. This is actually a forex pair. This is GBP USD. I try to flip it with different examples just to kind of, you know, have some variety on my channel, because I know some of you guys don't trade gold and you focus on currency. So I'm trying to play around with different, you know, pairs so you guys can understand that everything works on every single thing, that, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what asset you trade. Okay, so 4-hour time frame. So let's go maybe back until here so we don't get too confused. Okay, so we're at a resistance. In order for price to create a new higher high, it has to break a previous high. But after it broke this previous high, guys, we can see that price started exhausting. Like, not exhausting, but we see that wick here. When I see that wick, I was like, okay, this might be that's why I was like, this might be liquidity. So I was like, I don't know if we're going to continue pushing up. Okay, I already had that feeling. So what ended up happening? We came here, okay? We respected this previous high, okay? We came back up to it, but what are we doing? We're failing to break this level, this high here. If we're failing to break a high, guys, what is the only option for price to do? It is going to sell. And look what it did. It sold. It sold like a MF. Like, I'm not going to swear on my channel. But it sold, guys. Look at this. This is crazy. Okay? So it sold because there's no more bullish strength. But do you know what's really important, guys? Remember how we identified this as a higher low on the 4-hour time frame? Look at this. I'm even gonna rewatch this video because I think this is a great video. I was kind of like scared to create this, but I think this is like this. I love teaching, guys. I'm sorry. I do love this. It makes me really happy. I'm not gonna lie. I just love talking about the charts. I love trading. That's why. I hope you guys can feel the passion in my voice. I love this. Okay, so remember we identified this level as a 4-hour higher low. If we want bullish structure to continue, what does this mean? Price would have to respect this previous low here, because what does price do in a bullish market? It creates a higher highs and higher lows. Do you see how it respected this level in the beginning? But what is really important after price respects a previous low, if we want to continue bullish, that price isn't respecting highs. Because once price respects highs, guys, what is that? Price is in the bearish structure because we sold here. Okay, we respected this previous this previous low here because it stayed above it. But as we started creating bullish structure, we started failing to break this previous high that price created when it started selling off, which is technically a lower high. Okay, so if we are respecting low highs, what is that, guys? That's bearish structure, because bearish structure respects highs and breaks lows. Then after we respect it, what do we see? Low being broken here, low being broken here, and continuous lows were being broken, which shifted trend direction. And if you understand market structure, that should have made sense. If not, I definitely recommend watching my market structure video. But let's analyze this bearish structure on the 4-hour so you guys can kind of see that a little bit. Okay, so let me actually remove some of this stuff too, because this is getting messy and I don't like this. I don't like messy charts, guys. Like, no. If it's no no absolutely no. No. Just no. If my chart is messy, I get so stressed. Okay, so now we're gonna go to like a bearish example. I think that because this already happened, like this is a good way to kind of go about it. But let's kind of go maybe let's go from this candle and see how it is on the 4-hour. Yeah, let's go kind of maybe here. Okay, because I want to see and show you guys the same thing. Okay, so we're here. Let me delete this. Okay, we know this is if price wants to create a higher low, this is a great way for price to test here. This is a previous higher low 4-hour, which is major which is pretty major. Okay, to continue bullish structure, this is very important. Okay, we saw price exhausted at this level here, so I'm gonna go onto the 4-hour and see if it's a bearish candle yet. No, I just want it to be a bearish candle so we can do that example. Next candle, I bet. Okay, this is good. Not yet. Okay. I forgot. Remember, I literally forgot what I said in the beginning. There's like 16 candles on the 4-hour basically, but let's just see if we get not 60 candles on the 4-hour, on the 15, but let me go. Let's just be okay. This is okay. I at least wanted one candle. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, guys, we are technically at a resistance. We are failing to break a previous high, meaning price cannot continue higher if price is failing to break a previous high, because bullish structure creates higher highs and higher lows. That being said, what do we see here, guys? We see a bearish candle. And this is where you can start. If price is failing to break a resistance on the 4-hour, this is where you can start thinking like, okay, what are the next levels that price could hit if price decides to sell off? We know this level here, we know this level here, and then we know this level here. This is when I start adding levels if we are failing to break levels, like in the overall structure, okay? Because it's bullish structure, we're failing to break this previous high, okay? We might start selling off. What are levels I can have my TP at? These are really, this is a lot of pips to remember, or ticks, whatever you want to call it, from here to here. Remember, this is a 4-hour time frame. Remember that. So if you're a scalper, this should be good enough for you. And if it's not, you're greedy. You don't be greedy now. No, I'm the big I'm so greedy. I am so greedy. I don't like. I'm trying my best not to be, but human emotions. I can't control all of them. But let me get back onto this. Okay, we have a bearish candle. Okay. So let's look at see if bearish structure was kind of being created on the lower time frame. Okay. Yes, we see bearish structure being created. I like this. Like when I say bearish structure being created, guys, I basically mean highs are being respected, lows are being broken. This low is broken. Okay. Let's even add one more. Maybe let's add one more candle on the 4-hour just to make this example even better. Did that candle not go? Oh, let me try that again. There we go. Yes, baby. Let's go. Okay. Yes. This is what we want. Okay. So we saw a 4-hour bearish candle. So what would that mean? Bearish structure is going to be created on the lower time frame. Even if you went on the 5-minute, it's going to be bearish structure, but it's going to be way more candles. And that's why I like to use the 15-minute time frame most of the time, because I don't need that many candles, but I want to see like what kind of structure is being created on the lower time frame. Okay, we're failing to break this previous high here. Bearish structure is being created. 15-minute, we check that. What do we see? That 1 4-hour candle created all this bearish structure. So we could be looking for sells. We could be looking for buys. If this was where we were in the market, we would need to make sure that lows are being broken, highs are being respected. So this low is broken. I like this. So we could possibly, get in for a sell in this area, making sure that, this level does not get broken. Why is this level so important? Because this is a 4-hour resistance. It's a 4-hour level, 4-hour resistance. If it's 4-hour, it is a strong level. If it's a daily, it is a strong level. Higher time frame levels are usually strong. So if we want sellers to continue, price should not come back. No, we don't want price to break this level. Then that would indicate to me that buyers are now in control. Okay, so when we played that out earlier, we broke this level. Okay, I think we eventually held here, and then we sorry, I can't speak, but we respected this level. You see how we didn't break it? Okay, we see how we didn't break it. Came here. Let's look at it on the 4-hour. You see that, guys? It's just this beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful stuff. Okay, so let me go. Okay, so we came back here. We respected this previous low. Sorry, we respected it here. Okay, so if price isn't breaking this low, what is price going to do? It's going to correct. So what's the next level that price could correct to? We know even in this area, some of you guys might have thought that price would sell here. Okay, even I thought price might have was gonna come here, test here, and then retrace, but it ended up coming higher. That's okay. That's just how it is. But you could have definitely gotten for buys. Okay, and once you saw that lows started to break, you could have gone out. However you go about your strategy or how you approach the markets. But it came here. Okay. It's respecting this overall previous high, which is really important. It's way more important than these ones. Like these ones, okay, they don't respect whatever. But this, if it doesn't respect this, I'm not even thinking about selling. Okay, it respected here, started breaking lows, and then boom, it just started creating bearish structure. Okay, so you could have waited if you wanted to and been like, oh, it's an uptrend on the 4-hour. I just want to get in for buys. Okay. Then you are paying attention to areas where price may potentially create a higher low. We know this level could potentially, but you know, price wasn't price could potentially create one here, but it ended up running through it. Okay, then you would be paying attention to see, is this level going to be respected? Okay, and it was. Price held here. Okay, started breaking previous highs, broke and retested here. You could have TP'd this resistance. Okay, failure to break this resistance, price that means price may potentially sell, which it did. Lows are being broken, highs are being respected, and then just price just sold like crazy. Like woo, price sold, baby, sold. But this is so beautiful, guys. Like, I'm like, damn. Okay, and I just want to see what else happened. Woo! Let's just see how many, like, what we looking at? What we looking at? And this is a forex pair. So if this was gold, oh my god, if this was gold, this would this would have been nice. Okay. Yeah, this is why I don't do forex pairs no more, guys. That's my greed coming in. I'm just like, nah, it's not. But this is really good. Like, this is really good. Like, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do a bearish example, and then we're gonna start putting everything together, and then we are going to basically move on, and that's gonna be basically the end of the video. You woke up on a Monday morning and you saw GBP USD is making bearish structure. Because you learned a bunch of stuff in this video, you remembered that Meek said, yes, the overall structure is bearish, but where are you currently at near current price? Okay, so in a bearish market, guys, you guys know, and if you don't, well, now you know. We create higher highs and higher lows. Highs need to be respected, lows need to be broken. So what do we see here? This would technically be a lower low. No, yes. A lower low being created here. So lower lows in a bearish market are usually called support. Okay, usually, I guess, you know, when I say usually, I'm like, majority. Okay, so this is technically like some sort of support. Okay, because we are anticipating for what price correct, create a lower high to then continue selling down, basically. Okay, so you have identified the overall structure was bearish. You also identified where you are in the market, a lower low or a lower high, wherever it is. Mark that up. Okay, just like we did for the bullish example, we were at a previous high, which was price trying to create a higher low, a higher high, but it was failing to break that level. Now we're at a support zone, aka a lower low. So price may come up to create a lower high. If you want to only think about selling, you'd be thinking about price action in this area to continue selling down. Or you could wait for price to break this level to continue selling down. But what do you want to think about? Buy low, sell high. Let's try to get up here if we're going to continue selling down, okay? But my point is, guys, we have 4-hour bearish candle here. Let's look how, and then we have a bullish candle, you know, it's trying to correct. But I want to show you guys this bearish candle on the 15 just to, you know, re-explain it. I'm trying not to get that bullish candle. Okay, I think that's good enough. Okay, let's go into the 15-minute. What is that? Bearish structure, duh. Bearish structure is representing that 4-hour bearish candle because it's a bearish candle. So that means on the lower time frame, it has to be bearish structure, but multiple candles to represent it because it's a lower time frame. Okay. So that being said, we see this bearish candle, we see this lower, technically on overall structure, it is a lower low. Okay, if we want to continue selling down, what this price needs to respect previous highs. Okay, so already once we tested this and created a lower low, price is corrected, and this might be price creating a lower high, or price is just saying F these sells, let's just buy. I don't know, but let's just see. This is where, okay, this is why the 4-hour, you focus on current price and where you are in the market as far as higher highs, higher lows, lower lows, and lower highs. The lower time frame is where you focus on structure. Is price still creating that structure we see on the higher time frame, or is it not? And is it going to be a trend direction shift? So on the 4-hour time frame, we had, you know, a bearish candle. Let's go back so you guys can remember this, okay? So we had a bearish candle to bring price down to this level to create a lower low. Price respected and is now correcting to create what? A potential lower high, okay? And you see the next candle was bullish. What is that on the 15, guys? Just bullish structure. That's it. Go on the 5-minute. It's even more candles. Like, wait, it's the same thing, but more candles, okay? So let's go back to the 15. Okay, so we want to see, is price gonna break this level, or is price gonna, you know, respect it? So it's on the lower time frame, it is bullish structure if we're just looking here, but overall, remember, it is bearish. So if you want to counter trend trade, you need your confirmations, and this is why you focus on market structure. Just from here to here, what do you see, guys? Respecting, okay? Respects here. We want this low broken, this low broken, this low broken to continue the downtrend. We break here, next reaction. We want to see how we react here. Are we respecting or are we breaking? We respect here, okay? Again, draw more lows that you want broken, okay? So let's just continue. I'm just gonna play this out. I'm too lazy. Sorry, guys. Okay, we're respecting. Okay, this is a previous low here. Are we gonna break, or are we gonna, ooh, never mind, that was a little fast. Okay, let's continue. Ooh, yeah, now I know you guys saw that. Ooh, you guys saw that. Let's go into the 4-hour time frame so you guys can see. Oh, you see what I mean? Higher low, not damn, all that energy and I mess up like that and stuff. Okay, that higher low is being created. Why am I saying higher low? I'm sorry, guys. A low, this lower low was being created. Came up here, created a what? A lower high. It's failing to break this level. We saw this. Okay, if it's failing to break, guys, bearish structure is still intact, and we want to make sure what happens. Lows are being broken. Okay, so if you wanted to counter trend trade, you could have literally saw this lower low on the 4-hour time frame or whatever higher time frame. Then you maybe got down on the 5 and the 3-minute, and you're like, oh my god, we're at support. We're at a higher, we're at a lower, I don't know why I keep saying that, but we're at a lower low on the 4-hour time frame. Overall structure is what? Bearish. Okay, let me go on to the 5-minute and or even the 3 or the 1. See if we can find a break of a previous high to get in on and scalp this. We can scalp this, right? Let's scalp this from here to here. Oh, that's not even a scalp. That's a scalp. Okay, 79 pips, guys. That to me, that's not a scalp. That's like you could eat off that, right? Then you know, because you're smart, you're like, okay, I remember the overall structure was bearish though. So if we're failing to break this level, we might still continue bearish. If we break this, okay, I may be a little greedy and TP up here. That's me though. Okay, we're failing to break. Confirmation, break of this low here. Some of you guys may have gotten in after price broke, and then you would have gotten stopped out here too. If you're a scalper, you could have saw this level being respected, and you could have gotten for a buy up until this level. If you're a scalper, remember that. If you're not, it's not worth it. But you guys can see that this is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. 15-minute is literally the powerhouse of the lower time frames. Damn, that reminds me of what? The mitochondria. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of this. Guys, remember that? I think everyone remembers that. But that's what... When you guys get all scared because price starts retracing, I want you guys to remember this. And I know this is kind of not so totally related to the topic, but because we're talking about higher time frame and lower time frame, I think this is really important concept to understand. Okay, this is what structure currently looks like, and when you see it on the 5-minute, you literally would think, okay, price is gonna fly to my TP. You know, you're living the dream. You know, you see this. Okay, we want this level to be broken next, this level to be broken next. Okay, maybe this level to be broken next. Okay, you just want price to continuously break previous highs because you're in buys, right? One thing you want to remember, that that price needs to react on the 15-minute time frame. So whatever you see happening on the 5-minute, even the 3-minute, the 15-minute time frame has to react to it. Meaning when we create structure like this and we see price flying and creating bullish structure on the 5-minute, the 15-minute must test it. It must test levels. Meaning this level is it's technically, yeah. So we have a low here, okay? We have a high that was broken, and we see that price, came up all the way up here, and we're like, damn, why is price was so close to just flying through this level? Why didn't it actually just fly? Why is it coming back down again? The structure you see on the 5-minute, the 15-minute must create the same structure because the 15-minute time frame must test those levels, guys. It must test those levels. The higher previous highs, okay? If it's breaking a previous high to create a higher low, it has to. So you see this and you might be like, damn, and maybe I entered too early. Just remember, the 15-minute has to retrace to test this level. You see how we're coming back down here because price was creating bullish structure on the 5-minute, but the 15-minute, like I said, it's the powerhouse of the lower time frame. So we're coming back down here because the 15-minute must test these levels. It's creating bullish structure, so higher highs and higher lows. We're going to come back down here to test it, okay? And then once it tests on the 15-minute, it's going to continue that structure it was creating on the 5-minute. I know this is not like totally related to what I was talking about, like as far as things, but this might help some of you guys, understand why some of this happens. But you see how price respected it, okay? It tested this level via 15, which is what we wanted. Now we can continue, okay? So we continue structure. Let's just say we go up, okay? Let's go here. Now let's go back to the 15. Okay, this is even if you were on the 3 or the 1, same thing applies, okay? Now we broke this level here. What do we have here, guys? We have some type of what? Previous high on the 15, okay? So what do we anticipate? That price must test it. Regardless if it's flying on the 5-minute, it is going to come back down on the 15 unless the move is so strong that it's just blasting through levels, okay? So when we go into the 5-minute, we know this level must be tested because it has to be tested because the 15-minute has to create the same structure. It has to create bullish structure, higher highs and higher lows. So when we play it out, watch. Oh my gosh. That's all. Sorry guys, but I recommend you guys to backtest this, practice this, practice this, and put it into motion. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.